context, people are still upset that I took down the Chris VOD of me at the Lost Bar. And you know what? That makes me really mad. But I gave a well thought out response, and I tried to explain. Still not didn't work. Still didn't work. I still have people who, just didn't quite follow. So it's all good. So, but you know what? What's up, Fuzzballs? Appreciate you, boss. Man. But you can't win them all. Nor do I intend to. But it's just vexing. The benefit of the doubt, I forget, very rarely extends onto the online world. So it's all good. It's all good. But really mad the crash out got clipped. No, I'm not even mad it got clipped. That's okay. It is what it is. It's good, man. It's like, I don't regret anything that was said. I just regret that we said it 573 times. That's what or that we said it with like literally zero nuance. And, that's what's annoying. And so the things we said probably, were very valid. If we finished one complete thought, I'd be shocked.
You still my goat, Pete.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. I do appreciate that. I don't know about goat, but I'll take an animal of some sort that's in the hierarchy. Nobody crashed out. It was fine. It was not. It's not about the VShojo stuff. We already got that on a good. We said the right things. People often, I feel like sometimes there's an old saying that's called like, what is it? Silent complicit. Silence is no. There's an exact phrase for it. Silent complicity. Is that what it is? Not silent Suzuka. That's later. Not complacency. It's complicity. Which is where you don't say something that means that you agree with it in the shadows. And I find it deeply astonishing. Deeply. That people, because of where I came from, or maybe how I speak, or what I look like, or where I grew up, they think that I still am in the know of political machinations, not just in America, but that I should have an opinion on everything, and it should be present to everybody who's watching. I can't imagine that. I've been in Japan for 15 years. 15 years. I know more about British politics than I do about American. I have zero American friends here. Zero. I guess you could say Decor and more. He's been in Japan for 20. So, how's my Japanese? Daijobu. Daijobu desu. Daijobu desu. You don't gotta have political takes. I do. I vote. I try to stay aware of my local municipal politics, and I'm watching Yuki, and we talk about local issues.
12 months of your shenanigans, Pete Dar.
A random man in Shibuya would honestly know more. I get most of my American news from the QB House, which is not an American football league. It is a haircut. Now, I'm not saying I'm sticking my head in the sand, but let's say I did have deeply opinionated political beliefs, which I do, right? Then I would love to have those discussions when I didn't have 15 cocktails. That's like the worst time. I mean, you'll get some honesty, which I would give anyway. But like, how am I ever going to be anywhere close to as coherent and as concise as possible when I'm completely rat-assed? That's what's annoying to me, is like, I'm not afraid to talk about it. So all of you really mad Redditors, why don't you invite me onto your show? And I can sit here and I can tell you some of my previous opinions when I grew up in America, what I've stayed up to date with. So, yeah, it wasn't even that they flashed before my eyes. I've always been an advocate of free speech. And like, I also, it's just like, I honestly though, for the show, I just don't give a I honestly don't. Like it's just not what this program's been about, and nor I feel like should it ever be about that. And you know, there are some things that I don't like talking about, which is like, you know, my personal life with Yuki on a greater extent. My political aspirations as I climb the rungs of Japanese society and eventually become a local magistrate. Or perhaps my addiction off screen of Uma Musume. Some things should be kept close to my heart. So anyway, or don't get me started on taxes. I've made like 13 walk and talks about it. But the other thing that I realize is anytime we have these kind of fun little intros, these can be all taken out of, I always imagine like when we do the intro to the show, this is just me and you having a chat together. And I never expect these parts to be ever really considered canon. This is kind of like it's like the Patreon only, because you're here. You guys are the early adopters. You're here before everybody else. So we have our little chin wag, and then we go into like the gaming and the content and stuff. But then I found that it's actually kind of people will take these moments and they'll put them elsewhere, and then it just puts you in a weird spot. So yeah, it was a fun night. I wrote out my response. I have no regrets. And you know what? Cheers to Chris for having the gumption. The world needs more people who get absolutely shit-faced and espouse their truest opinions live on the air of a video game channel. That's why I built this entire platform. So it was fun. It was great. It was cool, and I love Chris. And we need more superstars like that. We do. So props to him, but it was not very riveting, I hate to say. He's brutally honest on other people's platforms. He sure is. And there's a place and a time. And I would actually genuinely love to go to his studio and like give him 20 questions and hear his unabashed thoughts completely and 100% sober, because I feel like he has a lot of really insightful things to say if he could put it all together in one single paragraph. I would love to do that. I would love to sit there and just be educated by his thought process on a whole number of things. You know, we could run the gamut. But I'm also not going to have him on here again to say, I'm going to show you 15 video game characters. Please tell me what their names are. Because we tried that about 4 years ago. The very first one was Cloud. And I think he said, is that Metroid? Sonic.
14 months cursed to destroy my eardrums. Premiertwo treasure.
There you go. So, but anyway, I'm not upset. It was fun to defend myself. I very rarely tiptoe into not tiptoe, put my toe into the Reddit world, but I think my message was nuanced and it was polite. And I invite the criticism. I totally get people want to see certain things and I didn't deliver it. I apologize. But you'll be okay. I also bring you things you don't want to see all the time. Like, let's see here. Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy, Ginso Suikoden. I bring these things all the time. I don't think there's a single stream where I haven't brought you guys shit that you were like, damn it, are you serious? Again? All right, so here's what we're gonna do today. I wanted to talk a little bit more. What else do I got going on? Yuki's doing great. Baby's doing great. We're working on a little bit of he has a little bit of a thing we're worried about, a little medical thing, a little bump under his eye. But you know what? We're going to take him to the best and the brightest when we get to that point. We don't know what it is. We don't know, but it's going to be something like that, but nothing dangerous, nothing bad. I've been carrying him around a lot. Yuki's been a super just amazing mother, taking care of the Premiere 3. We've got, let's see. Other than that, yesterday, I couldn't sleep well. I mean, you have a kid, so you're never going to sleep well. What's up, Tormentor86? Thank you for coming in here with the hot prime action. Throat's feeling a little bit better. I might go to the clinic tomorrow, but I do feel that I've beaten most of the sickness out. I guess that's really it, guys. Final Fantasy XI was huge. I'm done with Dice with Death until there's another major content update. I want to bring back a walk and talk because I feel like the walk and talks, it's getting to the evening portion where I do feel like diversifying a little, just getting outside a little bit, bringing back a little bit. Then we can talk about that's the time for me to wax poetically about why I hate Nintendo. Hey, that's the time where if you guys want my unfiltered thoughts on the movie industry or Ralph Nader and the Green Party, or perhaps why I think we should all unionize whoa. Careful now. What are you talking about? Easy. Don't even start on, whoa. Okay, so those would be fun. Those would be a lot of fun. Is the weather good enough for walking and talking? No, probably not. I think that the biggest issue with that is that if we can avoid having all of the cameras melt, we'll be okay. I think unionizing chat was my suggestion. You guys deserve to be unionized. Imagine a chat united as one. You guys would be incredible. There'd be no stopping you. But Pete, can you say all that again? I had ads. Nah, I'm sorry, mate. I can't. That would be scary. But what else do we got? I think I feel like when we did the Lost Bar stream, that was 100% a phone stream, right? It was just the iPhone 16. And I am going to talk to Chris about using the JJ eSIM so that we can throw it in my Samsung. And I could have 2 or 3 different ways of going. We have the Pocket 3. We've got the Samsung. We've got the iPhone. We could jump around. That's brave words for somebody with Nintendo intellectual property visible on their monetized live video stream. Okay, easy, buddy. Let's all lawyer up here. All right. I also hate the calories of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but I still eat it. Still tastes